Hey guys, how you doing? So about 10 years ago, I bought this 0 to 30 volt 10 amp DC power supply. Of course, it's powered by 120 volt AC electricity. You plug it into the wall, and it's always done me good. It's variably adjustable from 0 volts all the way up to 30, in this case 31.3, and up to 10 amps of current. It's always done me good. Only a couple times that I need a little bit more than 10 amps, but it wouldn't quite put that out. But other than that, it's always done good. I keep it in a box up on a top shelf. I don't use it a whole lot, but when I do need it, it's always been kind of cumbersome to get down off the shelf, find either an extension cord or if I'm close enough to an outlet to get it plugged in. Well, then I come across this. This is a portable 2 to 30 volt up to 25 amps. It says here 2 to 12 volt. It'll supply up to 25 amps power supply. On this side, it's got a USB Type C, USB Type A. It says 10, I think that's 10 watts, maybe 18 watts USB A, up to 100 watts. It'll charge USB C. It does have a wireless charging pad up here for your phone. But what I got it for was the 0 to 30 volt DC output. Now it does come with a XT60 connector. These things are rated for 60 amps continuous, and it's just going to plug in right here, and you've got your wires. Also comes with a 12 volt adapter there, and this little union. I'm not sure what they call these. Electricians will know, but you stick your wires in there, clamp down on this end, then you can stick two more wires in here and clamp down on that end, basically temporarily splicing wires together. But we're going to put this to the test. Now this is powered by a DeWalt 20 volt battery. And that's what intrigued me about it, because it makes it portable. So you can take this out and about and not be tethered with an electrical cord. It is actively cooled, so it's got a fan here that'll ramp up and down depending on how hot the unit gets. Now this is variably controlled from 0 to 30 volts. If you hit this button, it's got some presets here: 5 volt, 9 volt, 12 volt, 18, and 24 volt. But if you want to variably adjust it, then you can hit this button here. Let me remember how to do it. There we go. And you can bump that. There's 13, 14, 15. We'll go over 1, 0. So you can see how, if you want to dial up an exact number, there's 12 volts, you can do that. Whenever you hit the output and this turns green and it says XT60 out, that means that you're getting power out right here. Right now, the 20 volts right here in this upper right corner is showing the voltage of this battery. 19C is the internal temperature of the unit itself. And then over here, you've got your 5 volts. And if I had a USB device plugged in here, it would tell the current and the wattage that it's drawing. Or if you have your phone up on top. So what I want to do is, I've got an old blower motor here that is pretty much bad. But we're going to ramp it up with the plug-in power supply. Then we're going to see if we can get the full 25 amps out of this. So right now, let's go ahead and crank this down to 12 volts. You know what we'll do? We'll do about 13. That's plenty. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our leads here. We're going to go ahead and go black to black, or negative to black. Better hold on to this because I don't want it to fly off anywhere. I've got the current turned all the way up. Now the one limitation to this is the current is non-adjustable. You can adjust the current on this. So if I wanted to turn this all the way down, hook this up, nothing's going to happen until I start ramping up the current. And then it's going to show you the voltage. So basically it's variable current, variable voltage. What I normally do is I'll crank the voltage all the way down, crank the current all the way up. and then I'll just crank the voltage up, and it does pretty much the same thing. So I'm just going to crank this up. First we'll go to 14 volts if we can get there before we max up. So we're at 11.9 and we're pulling to 10 amps, 10.1 amps. Let me keep going. So we're at 11.8 roughly volts, and it's putting out the max 10 amps of current. That's as much as we can get out of this unit that plugs into the wall. But I mean, it's doing good. It's doing what it's supposed to do. So now let's get our little magic box here plugged in. And I'm just making this video to show you just how useful this can actually be. And I'm going to need to have this to where you guys will be able to see it. But I will be able to also adjust it. So I've just got some jumpers right here. I'm going to clamp off right here on the wiring. Again, we're going to take the black, which is the negative, go to the black wire. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn this off to where it's not putting anything out on the XT60 plug. So right now, I've got it set to 12 volts. Whenever I hit the out button, this is going to start turning. And it should show us the amperage and even the wattage. And then we'll start ramping it up and see how much we can get out of this. So here we go. So right now we're getting about 11 amps. We're setting it right at 12 volts. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to go over to the second digit and I'm going to go up to 13 volts, 14, and we're going to keep going. There's 13 volts. 15 volts. We're pulling 15 amps. You can see it's drawing down the voltage of our battery here. 20 amps. And we just maxed it out. So we got 23.7 amps out of this unit before we overloaded it and the protection kicked in. So that's pretty good. That's pretty impressive that this little compact unit, not much bigger than the battery itself, this is a 5 ampere hour battery by the way, was able to put out 25 amps. Whereas our plug-in unit here could only do 10 amps. Go ahead and crank it back up. But yeah, you can see how handy this would be to, you know, if you needed to go out into the field, you know, mobile, go over to someone's house to work on something, and you needed to take, you know, 12 volt supply with you, or 5 volt, all the way up to 30 volt. Anyway, just want to do a quick demonstration. I mean, this thing was ridiculously inexpensive too. That was one of the reasons, you know, it was highly rated. It was inexpensive, so I thought, you know, what harm is it going to be to order it and try it out? I have not seen a YouTube video on this yet. There might be some. Maybe I wasn't searching for the right thing. I searched for 12 volt power supply, and I never could find these mobile power supplies. But anyway, they do make this to where they make the same unit that runs off of a Milwaukee battery too. Same specs, I believe. This one, I've got DeWalt tools, so, you know, I got the DeWalt version of it, but they make the Milwaukee and maybe others. I'll link to any others that I find. But take a look at this. If you do, you know, much electronic work and you need anything that's variable, and especially if you do any kind of portable work, this might be a pretty nice little unit for you. Oh, and I almost forgot. Let me read off some specs to you. So this is the input voltage is 12 to 21 volts. which is the DeWalt battery. The output voltage is 2 to 30 with a max current of 25 amps, which we did see that. Now it says 2 to 12 volts at 25 amps. Now it was pulling the battery down, so as this was going up in voltage, we was pulling so much current that it was pulling the voltage of the battery down below the 20 volts. I wasn't paying attention to how low the battery was being pulled down. I was paying more attention to the amperage that it was putting out. Of course, 300 watts. Over discharge protection, over temperature protection, over current protection, short circuit protection. It does have, I mentioned the wireless charging, so you can lay a phone or watch up there and charge wirelessly at 15 watts. The Type C is 100 watt charge. Anyway, pretty nice little unit. I've been impressed with it. I'm sure you'll like it too, especially for the price you pay for it. Anyway, you guys take care.